Yo guys, what's going on? Back in another recap today, and unfortunately, I put myself in the hot seat for tomorrow. I didn't make a video yesterday, but I did take a loss after going on a crazy tilt during Asia session. I ended up passing two evaluations. I thought the move was going to continue. And then I went on a crazy tilt and lost $1,000 across the new 5 accounts. As you can see here, I just went on absolute tilt. I was just pissed off. I didn't want to make a video. I didn't want anything to do with trading on Monday, so I apologize for that. That is going to be the last time I touch Asia session. It's just brutal. I put myself in that position, and I got no one to blame except me. Asia not used to. I mean, the past month it was pretty good. So I'm kind of going off the fact that it's been decent, but lately it's just been utter ass. So I gotta stop trading it. It's what's killing me. 2 of these days now have been from crashing out on Asia. I think even all 3 of these days, because you can see the days where I have a shit ton of trades are just crashing out on Asia, and I don't know why I keep doing it to myself. Like, stupid, right? Like, it's stupid, and I just keep doing it. So I started a new project at home. I gotta find a way to distract myself, because right now I got too much time on my hands, and I'm just getting to the computer to trade an eval, and since I'm already sitting there, I end up doing my lives, and then it fucks me because an eval trade's a lot different than trading on a live account, and I end up just going on tilt because I'm just sitting here all day, right? Like, there's nothing to distract me. I get all emotional and I crash out, and that's kind of what happened on Monday. So apologize for no video, but I was just pissed off, man. I didn't even want to talk about it, and pretty embarrassed, to be honest. But today, I thought it was a pretty good day. I did take a loss. I locked myself out after $500 because I really don't have that much left, as you guys can see. And I was one day from a pretty hefty payout, and I just can't seem to get that last winning day. I mean, not that it will matter now, but you can see I had 4 winning days here, and I blew it. I absolutely blew it. I've gone on a fat losing streak lately. And yeah, so 3 accounts are sitting at 281, and then the other 2 new accounts only have $500 left. I took 2 trades this morning. As you can see, I added one on this, added one on that, and both ended in losses. I also started, I got one of these 25K daily payout accounts. Took a loss on the first day, and then I got a win back yesterday. I'm going to see if I can get one more win today in Asia, and one more win on tomorrow in Asia as well, to get this pass, because I kind of just wanted to try it and see what these are like, because I've heard good things about them. I mean, I don't really like Ttradess compared to Top Step X, but it's not bad. It's just like the shit moves too fast for me, man. I don't like the way it moves. I don't like the fills. I don't like the slippage. It's not as good as Top Step X, but it's not that bad. So I'm gonna give this a try. If I like this, I might be using these from now on, because as you guys can see, like, I got no problem having like big days. Like, and if I could take a payout after that day, that would be pretty fucking solid for me. But yeah, we'll see if we like that or not. Hopefully I can get that passed for Thursday, and hopefully I can bring these accounts back. But today we had news at 7. Forex Factory wasn't showing shit. So again, guys, make sure you're checking Financial Juice. Tomorrow's CPI, so that did play a little bit of an effect on the way price was moving today. But I just want to point out a few things. We had wicked out this 4-hour unmitigated gap the other day, and I wanted to see us go higher, because if you take this point to this point on the higher time frames, you can clearly see we had moved down towards equilibrium, and in my opinion, we had room to go back up. You can see there's a 4-hour gap here as well, and that was kind of my higher time frame bias. We obviously have all these stacked highs still here, and I kind of want to see that get hit today. We had inverse these gaps. We're obviously in a very strong uptrend, and on the daily, we had wicked into this daily gap, and coming into this morning, we were filling in this gap as well on the daily. So the higher time frame to me was leading super bullish, but as we got into the day, we did blow through an hourly gap here, and that was yesterday, or sorry, on Monday. But again, like I said, Monday. Wait, today's Wednesday. I'm tripping out, isn't it? Or is today only Tuesday? Today is only Tuesday. I'm completely lost my mind. But yesterday we blew through that in Asia, and that was the only thing really leading me towards the downside. Like I said, we still respected this 4-hour gap, and then as well coming into this morning, we kind of blew through this hourly gap, and we were still holding this one coming into market open. So again, that's leading me to be more bullish. And for highs and lows, we had just 3 lows down here, and then obviously this big group up here and these two. So looking at it in hindsight, this could have gone either way, but coming into market open, I was super bullish, and I only really wanted longs. We had this 15-minute gap here, and as you can see, right when we opened, we just absolutely hammered down. And I really just wanted a Judas swing off this. Like, this would have been the most beautiful Judas swing ever. We got the high time frame bias. We're coming into our equilibrium level, and we got all these clear targets not far above, and we come down, we grab this low here, I'm pretty sure as well. We also had a few other, yes, we forgot to mark these out, but we had London low here, and we had Asia low here as well. So we come down, we grab London low pretty much right off open, and this is where I started to look for my move up. Although we did have Asia there, wasn't too concerned about that because, like I said, all my higher time frames were pointing towards the upside for me. And we do get a 1-minute IFEG, not here, I didn't enter here, but on this pretty big displacement candle, I did end up entering off of that right here. And I wasn't targeting up to these highs. I was maybe going to let it play out to there, but I just needed some profit, so I was aiming up to London high. And this one got stopped out pretty fast. I knew it was a little bit risky because of the Asia low there, but I didn't risk too much. I only lost $300 on this one, and my stops were below the newly created gap there in case we just tap back into it and then continued forward. And I'm pretty sure I added one right about there when we made this nice decently sized wick, and then I got stopped out right after that. So that was my first trade. A little bit of a pattern trade, not gonna lie. Definitely should have waited for some more confirmation. At this point, we had now closed below this 15, so we were starting to shift towards the downside. We then created this 5-minute gap, and going up, we also created a few 5-minute gaps, one here, one down here. So my next trade was after we got Asia low, and I like this one a lot more. I thought this was a really good trade, to be honest. I should have gone break even. I just didn't have much left on my loss limit anyways, so I figured might as well let it ride. And I got in as soon as we get that 1 minute IFVG there. I entered right on that candle. And again, just targeting up to this London high would have put me up about $600 on the day after accounting for my loss. And this one, I stayed in this one for a long ass time. I ended up adding one contract around here somewhere. So my entry did move up and my stops moved up to there. But it stayed the same trade wise. I didn't go break even because you can see how many times it was fucking around my break even. I'm pretty sure my entry moved up to like here. So this was just messing around my break even constantly, right? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 taps. And all that is happening within this 5 minute gap, right? We are just constantly wicking out this 5 minute gap. And we create a 1 minute rejection block here. I'm going to get rid of this gap just so you guys can see a little bit better. And we have just been failing to break above this bearish 5 minute gap. So it's making me a little bit nervous, but the fact that we're holding this rejection block, we actually got a really good displacement here. And then it just goes nowhere. And I have a feeling this is delayed, so it's a little bit hard to tell when exactly the news came out. But I think this possibly had something to do with it. It says 8:28, but this is delayed. I just don't know how much it's delayed. So if it's off by 20 minutes, that definitely could have been this big move down here. Because this was just coming back into these gaps to then potentially push us higher. But then we just start dumping like crazy. And like I said, I think that had something to do with the straight not being opened. And it kind of just dumped all the way down. I did not think that was going to happen today. In my opinion, if that news didn't come out, we were definitely going to at least push up to this high. I don't know if we would have got all the way up here today. But we did chop around for a long ass time, man. I was in this trade for an hour and 10 minutes. And we just couldn't break this rejection block. And as soon as we broke it, I knew I was fucked. Right here, and we just dumped right to my stop loss. So like I said, I really like that trade. If you took that trade for like a 1-to-1, you're hitting right there. Like you're just targeting into this gap. You're targeting the equilibrium of the range. Like, just say you targeted that, right? You're going to easily hit that. Or you target the 62% extension. You're going to easily come up and hit that. So there was potential there to hit. I targeted a lot higher because of all my higher time frame conviction. And the move up was very strong in this portion here. Obviously I didn't like this, but I figured because of CPI or whatever, you know, it's going to be one of those days. We're going to slowly move up. But yeah, kind of just dumped through and went a whole lot lower. If you guys took shorts off of this, if you did have a bearish bias, or if you changed your bias up once we broke this 15 minute and we broke the hourly down, I thought this was a pretty good play. But the only problem is the 5 minute didn't close to all the way down here, and then you're already within this next gap. So a little bit riskier, but you could have definitely targeted down to this low. And I believe this 4-hour gap was within that. So you definitely could have caught a very nice short there. Unfortunately, I did not have a bearish bias whatsoever today. I had no interest in taking shorts, but if you guys took this good job, I do think this was actually a really nice trade. I did see some people on Instagram take it, but after sitting through all this chop and like, I don't know, it was just kind of sketchy to even enter anything after this point, in my opinion. Like, it just didn't seem right. Like shit was just acting weird today, and I think that was partially due to CPI. But if you caught the short, news definitely helped you, but it was a good trade mechanically. I would give that trade a pretty good score, so good job if you caught that. And like I said, longs were good off there, but didn't really get the displacement off of that we needed to propel us up to this high. So yeah, that's how today went. I don't got much left, so we'll see if I can make a comeback tomorrow, at least get a small win to give me a chance to bring it back up to $1,000 on Thursday. But we'll see what happens here. It does look like we have a chance to continue higher, but at this point we're kind of in a range, so we'll see. This area here has been like a big area of resistance for us, and we are failing to just get above it. And once we do, I do think we are just going to fly to all-time highs, but there is still room to move down, so I'm not really too sure where we're going to go from here. But tomorrow will be a big day. If you guys are on Top Step, I think this is absolute bullshit, but they banned trading CPI because I guess too many people were full porting it and either passing evals or just like bringing their account balance up. So there's like a 10-minute window you can't trade on Top Step. I think it's between like 5:25 and 5:35 Pacific Standard Time, so 8:25 to 8:35 Eastern Standard Time or something like that. So you can't trade during that window on Top Step. So not that I was going to anyways, but if you guys are trying to do the eval method on Top Step, just know you will not be able to trade. And I'm assuming that rule is going to stay in place from now on because they are probably getting fucking rinsed, because that kind of went around. I actually think it's my most viewed video on YouTube, which is kind of sad, on how to pass evals full porting CPI. But yeah, that is not happening anymore on Top Step. Other firms, you're still able to do it, but it might become an industry standard if people keep taking advantage of it. So yeah, CPI tomorrow, PPI the day after that. Hopefully I'm still around for those 2 days, and it should be a pretty good end to the week. If we're talking politics and the war, I don't see the war ending anytime soon. Iran's kind of got the U.S. in a chokehold here, and they have no reason to end this war unless the States folds to all their demands, and I don't think they're willing to do that. I don't think Israel's willing to do that. So I think we're going to be in this war till at least the end of the year. So we're going to keep getting stupid shit like this. I mean, it just is what it is. We got to keep the risk low and just keep moving forward, and hopefully Q4 to Q1 next year will be out of it and we can start moving back into normal trading. But that is kind of the problem with this profession. You can't predict what's going to happen in the world, and it's going to affect the market, so you just got to find a way to deal with it and keep moving forward. It just kind of sucks. It's in my first year of trading, and I've never dealt with something like this before, and I'm kind of paying the price for it to learn. So it is what it is, but I think that's going to wrap it up for today. I'll definitely be back tomorrow. The day after that, who knows? Hopefully I can save these accounts, but we don't got much room left, so we'll have to make a miracle happen. But with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed this one. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe as usual, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out.